Hey everybody, it's Heather Nichols here, and this is part 2 of my video series on creating a new reality with money, or just creating money in general, if that's what you would like to have more of in your life. I would really love to see this be an area of life that is a lot easier for people. It seems to be one of the main areas of struggle that people deal with, and there's some really amazing tools in Access Consciousness to change this area of life. And I'm excited to play with this conversation more. The month of October is actually Money Month on my radio show, Creating Beyond Reality Radio. And last week we did a show on going beyond the fantasy of money, and really just looking at, what are the fantasies that you have around money? Like, do you have a fantasy that you're going to win the lottery, or that your prince will come someday, or that someday, just as if by magic, the universe will deliver large amounts of money into your bank account or to your front door? Or and that all might sound crazy, but when we actually start to go, okay, what are the unconscious things that are running the show, that are running my life in regards to this topic, sometimes it can be very surprising what actually comes up, like what we become aware of. And so it's actually a pretty big conversation. I just finished a 6-month New Reality with Money program, and I was amazed that for a large part of it, it was clearing, like, let's get all of this muck out of the way. And almost in a way, sort of like, before you can create, I mean, certainly you can be creating the whole way through, and creation expands. Like, if there's anything that needs to be cleared, it will come up as you're creating and choosing more. But sometimes, like, even the choices that are available to us aren't as like, we don't have as much awareness of what those choices are if there's a bunch of muck in the way. And so I want to just invite you to really start to look at, where in your life have you where are you waiting for money to come? Like, where are you just waiting for it to show up, without being involved in the creation of it at all? Like, what if you could actually be the creator source for money, for financial, for abundance, for a different financial reality, for financial ease? What if you are really the only one who's going to make that happen? And I don't mean that you're separate from the rest of the universe and all the contribution that you could receive, but if you're not actually putting yourself into that equation, then there's a lot of waiting around that you're probably going to do, for some outside force to deliver, or to bring you money, or to bestow money upon you. And even if you're somebody who might have an inheritance someday, or you might like, you might actually marry somebody that has money, or you buy lottery tickets or whatever. It's like, what if you still, with all of that, didn't have to wait to create money? And even if you have money, like, are you waiting? Is there anywhere in your life that you're waiting to create it? And if so, we just try and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POC, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah. What if you could really play with the chaos of the creation of money, and really let that be the energy that, like, takes all of that stuff and deletes it from your world and creates a totally different reality? Because as long as you're functioning from here, from computation, from judgment, from the belief that you're limited in any way, from the waiting for somebody else to give you money, or the waiting for money to just magically show up in your future, you're going to stop yourself from creating it, and from having it, and from receiving it. And so what would it be like to get sort of down and dirty with yourself, and, like, really vulnerable, and tell yourself the truth about what's going on? And I don't really know that you could change your money situation if you're not actually willing to do that. Like, this is one of the biggies, that that any area of unconsciousness around money really does stop us from creating more of it, and from having the reality that we would like to have. So I wonder what else is possible with all that. And any fantasy that you have around money, would you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POC, POD, shorts, whiz, bands, and anywhere that you're waiting for it to come rather than creating it now, we just started and create that. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POC, POD, shorts, whiz, bands. If you'd like to hear more about this conversation, I have an hour-long radio show on it, Beyond the Fantasy of Money, and encourage you to listen to it. It's a really dynamic show, and there's a whole month's worth of shows on my radio show. A to Zen.fm, and you can search for me and find it in the archives, and we'll link it here with this video as well. So what else is possible beyond the fantasy of money, beyond the weight, and beyond all of this stuff that actually is stopping your money flows? And we'll be back in a little bit with number 2 video, or actually number 3, video number 3 on financial awareness. Bye.